and final main topic today, and that is this. So I was talking about it at the lead of the show at the very beginning. Monday Night Football, college championship game happened. Again, it wasn't much of a game. It wasn't much football being played, at least not by two teams. I believe the score ended up being like 60 to, single digits or whatever. It was terrible. But that didn't stop me from tuning in to said game to check out the new trailer for Antman Thrice and the Quantum Mania of Madness. That's what I'm going to call it. Yeah. And I will just start off by saying, yeah, this trailer rocked, man. This was cool. This felt big. This felt really big. We've a lot lately. We have been hearing comparisons to Captain America Civil War, which I always jokingly, for a long time now, have called Avengers 2.5, right? Because it was more than a Captain America movie. It really was. And it seems as though that this could also be the case with this film. It looks like we could get lots of different iterations of Scott Lang or versions of Ant-Man. Also maybe Kang, also maybe other characters. We had our first glimpse of MODOK, who looks great. I believe is being played or voiced by Jim Carrey. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, there was a lot in here, a lot more between kind of the deal that's gone on between Kang and Ant-Man. Definitely a deal has been struck in, and at the end, it seems like, as most villains would do, Kang is kind of, pulling the rug on Ant-Man and not honoring his side of the whole thing. And, again, as expected of a villain. But, God, Jonathan Majors looks great. He looks really awesome in this. I love that they do the little force field over his face that makes him, the right color. But yeah, that was awesome. I love how they added that little stuff in there. The big stuff, like I said, this looks really big. This looks like a lot going on, like time travel and lots of different, like I was saying, iterations of characters. There's rumors that we will see one of the Spider-Man characters that's not Tom Holland in this film. Maybe. I don't know what all we see in this, but it definitely looks bonkers, and it looks like a hell of a lot of fun. There's no denying that. And it also, this trailer specifically feels important. It feels like this movie matters. Not just to Scott Lang and not just to Ant-Man, but to us as the fans and to the MCU as a whole. And we keep hearing that. And again, we heard that with Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. In the last couple of films and things we've seen, we've kind of heard that. And it's never really meant it in the way that I think this might actually mean it. Peyton Reed may deliver us a Captain America 3 kind of style of movie, with Ant-Man. This is his penultimate third finale. It looks like he takes an ass whooping, if not more. Maybe we lose Paul Rudd's Ant-Man at the end of this movie. It seems as though that is definitely a possibility. But either way, again, it looked great. It was totally worth it for me to watch the horrible football game just to check this trailer out, and I'm so glad I did. And yeah, I wish I had someone in here in the studio to kind of talk about this a little bit more, because there was just so much going on in the trailer that it's always hard for me to kind of host this, do this thing, and remember everything and do, this and that, and remember what button to press, and remember, what happened in the trailer that I watched, again, 5 minutes before I started the show. So, it's always a little difficult for me to remember every single thing, but again, the big things that I do remember, seeing MODOK finally, seeing Jonathan Majors really come into this evil conqueror character, because everything before this, even the trailers up until this point, have kind of given us this, like, hey man, Kang's not like a bad dude. He's like in a situation and he needs help kind of thing. He may be kind of an anti-hero type thing, but no, definitely this guy's a bad guy. And it seems like he could be I talked often about, when we seen him pop up in Loki about there's no way this guy's the next. He's not Thanos. He's not the next big bad. But hey, man, looking at this, hey, he's a bad mother. I'll tell you that. That's for sure. There's no denying that. And Jonathan Majors is great. So great casting. Love Paul Rudd. Obviously, the relationship with him and his daughter. It seems as though Kang is using that against him to kind of manipulate him and saying, hey, you've already lost a whole bunch of time. So have I. But together we can get that time back. And as a father with a daughter, man, it's really compelling. It's compelling storytelling. And at the end, of the trailer, someone's like, "Well, you can't. Why would you trust him? You can't trust him." And Paul Rudd's Ant-Man's like, "I had no other choice. And it seems as though he wanted that time back, and he was willing to do whatever it took to get it. So, yeah, awesome trailer, kick-ass trailer. February, whatever, it's not that far away, it feels like now. It just every day now is going to be one of the days closer to Ant-Man and the Quantumanium of madness. So can't wait, guys. If you had a chance, did you guys check out this trailer? Did you have to watch a one-sided football game to do it, or what did you guys think? Were you happy with how MODOK looks? Are you happy with how this movie looks? Did it feel big and Captain America Civil War big to you? Definitely let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below.